First, I want to start off with Greenland, the biggest island in the world. Now, first off, I don't think Trump really intends to have any military action against Greenland. We can achieve anything we want without invading Greenland militarily. We've already got different bases there. We can send more personnel, more equipment, maybe build another Air Force, a Navy base, or whatever we need in Greenland, without invading them. I'm sure that the people of Greenland, would be happy to have America there protecting them. Now, as far as mineral leasing rights, oil leasing rights, stuff like that, yeah, I'm sure we can get that. As Earth does warm up and that part of the world does warm up, a lot of ground will open up to mining and oil drilling and that type of thing. And I'm sure that we can achieve, whatever objectives we want without invading. Now, I think Trump probably more interested in, building an international airport and, building a Trump hotel or two, on the island, more as a summer resort. And I'm sure once Trump builds that Trump hotel, on Greenland, I'm sure there's probably a few more developers that'll want to go in there and then build more resorts, and maybe Disneyland will want to go in there and do something. Then we'll have LA right in the middle of Greenland. They'll have plenty of people wanting to move there. Once once we build the Trump hotels and that type of thing, I just see that kind of thing happening, and not a military invasion. That's where I see it. Now Dr. Andrew O'Connor in the latest video was talking about UFOs being spotted over Greenland. And I haven't heard about this, but yeah, maybe, I don't know. But I don't think it's anything particularly unique to Greenland. There are probably people in Greenland seeing all kind of stuff, and there are people around here seeing all kind of stuff. So whether they're piloted by beings from outer space, whether it's misidentified aircraft, I don't know. I'm asking my viewers on unidentified flying objects, unidentified submerged objects. What are your thoughts? You think these are piloted by beings from other planets? Do you think they're us humans coming back in the future? Do you think it's now some people think that there are races that have lived here on Earth from before and they've gone underground? That these submerged, people, the craft coming out of the oceans, are these that at their bases down at the bottom of the ocean? That these beings that have been there for millions of years before us humans built spacecraft? What are your thoughts? You think, or maybe you think they're these craft are Air Force or NASA? I don't know. I'm just curious what your thoughts are. Now, Travis Walton, when he was abducted, saw these. Not only did he see the little gray guys, he saw these human-looking clones. Now, what are your thoughts on human-looking clones? That these aliens are cloning people, or maybe they're just taking our DNA and mixing it with their DNA and making these clones. I don't know. I'm just curious. I think it's interesting. I'm with Carl Sagan and saying, "Show me the proof." So I don't know. Maybe I have seen the proof. Maybe I've seen space aliens and clones and not known who they were. Maybe you've seen human-looking clones and not known who they were. I don't know. Now, the last thing I'm going to cover. Now, I've talked about reincarnation here a few times. I've talked about, I'll give you my personal belief, but if you've watched my videos for a while, you know what I personally believe. I personally believe in a supreme being. I personally believe we have a soul. My image of the afterlife is a little bit of time on the astral plane, and then we come back and do it all again. We reincarnate into a new body. That's kind of what reincarnation and karma and that type of thing are based upon. Karma's kind of, if you live a decent life in this lifetime, you get to come back as a more enlightened being in your next life. But if you're do some bad things in this life, you reincarnate. Your karmic punishment is to form some type of punishment in the next life. I don't believe you come back as a food animal or a bug and get squished. I don't believe that, but I believe that we do reincarnate to have to face some of the things that happen to us in this life. Have to adjust them. Now, that's the reason I posted some videos on methods, of cleaning, repressed stuff, methods of doing middle pill, where you circulate white light through your body, trying to balance some karma for some bad stuff. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to specify exactly what I've done. Just say that I've done some not so nice karmic things in early in this life, and what I've done in previous lifetimes. I may be praying for them karmically in this life. I don't know. Just part of my belief system. Anyway, what's your belief in? If you believe in a supreme being and then we go to heaven or hell, that's your image of reward and punishment. That's fine. I certainly understand that. I was raised Christian. I certainly understand that mindset. I got no problem with it if that is your belief system. I certainly understand that belief system. What are your beliefs? What do you believe in? Just curious out there. Okay, I think most of the people watching my videos are probably hardcore Christians, and they believe in heaven and hell as the afterlife. That's fine with me. Okay, bye bye. Love ya. Let's keep life exciting. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Mahalo. Cheerio. Vaya con Dios.